Q3264. What does the red line on an airspeed indicator represent? A. Maneuvering speed. B. Turbulent or rough airspeed. C. Never exceed speed. The correct answer is C. The red line on an airspeed indicator represents the never exceed speed, also known as VNE. This is the maximum speed at which the aircraft should never exceed under any circumstances. Operating above the never exceed speed can result in structural damage or failure of the aircraft. The never exceed speed is specific to each aircraft and is determined by the manufacturer. It is typically indicated on the airspeed indicator by a red line or red arc. Q3011, which would provide the greatest gain in altitude in the shortest distance during climb after takeoff. A. Vy. B. Va. C. Vx. The correct answer is C. During climb after takeoff, the airspeed that provides the greatest gain in altitude in the shortest distance is Vx, which stands for best angle of climb speed. Vx allows the aircraft to achieve the steepest climb angle, maximizing the altitude gain per unit of horizontal distance traveled. Vy, best rate of climb speed, provides the greatest gain in altitude per unit of time, but not necessarily in the shortest distance. Vy is typically used during a climb after clearing obstacles and when the priority is to gain altitude quickly. Va, maneuvering speed, is the maximum speed at which the aircraft can be safely maneuvered without exceeding its structural limitations. It is not directly related to the climb performance or the distance covered during climb after takeoff. Q3012-1. After takeoff, which airspeed would the pilot use to gain the most altitude in a given period of time? A. Vy. B. Vx. C. Va. The correct answer is A. After takeoff, the airspeed that would allow the pilot to gain the most altitude in a given period of time is Vy, which stands for best rate of climb speed. Vy provides the highest rate of climb and allows the aircraft to ascend most efficiently in terms of vertical distance gained per unit of time. Vx, best angle of climb speed, allows the aircraft to achieve the steepest climb angle and gain the most altitude in the shortest horizontal distance. However, Vy provides a higher rate of climb and is more effective for gaining altitude in a given period of time. Va, maneuvering speed, is the maximum speed at which the aircraft can be safely maneuvered without exceeding its structural limitations. It is not directly related to the climb performance or the rate of altitude gain. Q3274. What is an important airspeed limitation that is not color-coded on airspeed indicators? A. Never exceed speed. B. Maximum structural cruising speed. C. Maneuvering speed. The correct answer is C. Maneuvering speed, also known as VA, is an important airspeed limitation that is typically not color-coded on airspeed indicators. Maneuvering speed is the maximum speed at which abrupt control inputs can be made without risk of exceeding the aircraft's structural limitations. It ensures that the aircraft can withstand the increased aerodynamic forces during maneuvering without experiencing structural damage. While airspeed limitations such as never exceed speed, VNE, and maximum structural cruising speed, VNO, are often color-coded with a red line on airspeed indicators to indicate their limits, maneuvering speed is not usually color-coded. Instead, it is provided as a specific value in the aircraft's operating limitations or pilot's operating handbook. 3007. Which V-speed represents maximum flap extended speed? A. VFE. B. VLF. C. VFC. The correct answer is A. VFE represents the maximum flap extended speed. This is the highest speed at which an aircraft is allowed to have its flaps extended without causing damage to the aircraft or compromising its structural integrity. The VFE speed is specific to each aircraft and is determined by the manufacturer. It is important for pilots to adhere to this speed limitation to ensure safe and proper operation of the aircraft during flap extension.